Okay, what the hell's up there? Ready to go live? Are we live? I think we are actually live.
It is live.
Yep.
Welcome to another rousing edition of Untitled. I am your host, R. Jones, and I serve as moderator as well. Joining me on the panel, as usual, my boy Reggie. How you doing tonight, sir?
Very well, gentlemen. Very well. How you guys tonight?
Hey, just hanging, man. We also got our boy from Hollis, Queens. My man David is with us. David, how you doing, sir?
I'm doing well. Glad to be here.
Good to have you on. And last but certainly not least is the man formerly from the BX, now in the Carolinas, Dominic Donato. How you doing, pal? Thanks for joining us. Dom? He might have froze up. Did he freeze up?
Gentlemen.
There he
is.
There's the voice.
The voice.
That's it. How you doing, sir? Might be some freezing problems with Don. Don got
See what happens when he goes in the office?
Yeah. The Wi-Fi is better outside.
Exactly.
Hopefully he's not pulling a Mac using his neighbor's Wi-Fi.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. I was about to say,
isn't it anniversary, unfortunately?
Huh?
Isn't it his anniversary, unfortunately?
Is it?
You know what? It is. Oh, wow. Actually, it's
wow.
tomorrow. It's the 30th. So, you know what?
It's the 30th.
Wow. Yeah. It's been a year.
Oh.
Exactly. Oof, rough. Exactly.
Yeah.
God rest your soul, brother. We miss you. We love you.
Yeah.
I gotta get a post ready for that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's actually tomorrow.
And we just passed our buddy Devs.
Yes.
On the 27th.
Yes, we did. God rest his soul as well.
Yeah.
November's a rough month. You know what I'm saying? A rough month for us here.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So again, you guys continue to sleep in peace, and we love you. We miss you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We will always cherish your memories. Always.
Absolutely.
Okay? So with that being said, let's get into a little showtime. Well, we got a little NFL, got a little football discussion. Yo, you know what? I was looking through topics to discuss and whatnot, and this hit me. Because this dude has been a beast all year. I mean, there was a little lull in between weeks. I want to say weeks 5. Oh, here's Dominic. Let's try him again. Let's see it. All right, brother. Let's give it another roll. Let's give it another round.
Yeah.
We're gonna try it out with you again. How you doing, bro?
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes,
Amen.
sir.
We can hear you, brother.
I guess I don't use my computer enough. It must be mad at me. So
I guess so. I guess so. It's all good. All good. Hey, Dom, man. I think. Who brought it? I think Reggie or Dave brought up. This is like the day before the anniversary.
Yeah, that was Reg.
Reg brought it up because it was November 30th where we lost Max 611. You know, and today is the 29th, so it's like the eve, so to speak. You know what I mean? So yeah. It was rough. But I'm gonna move off of that for a second, and we're gonna talk about this how this guy Christian McCaffrey, definitely to me, he belongs in the MVP conversation. To be honest, there were some lulls in between weeks 5 and 8, roughly, but this dude, I mean, what can I say about him that already hasn't been said? Okay, he is actually the heartbeat of the 49ers offense, not just only running the ball, but also serving as a receiving back in the backfield. Very, very, instrumental in his team's standing right now. I definitely think that he should really. I tell you what I can't stand, honestly, is how the MVPs are automatically 9 times out of 10 quarterbacks. I don't like that. I've long hated that fact. I'm like, let's show some acknowledgement to other skill positions, such as wide receiver, running back. And this year, the top 2 for me is McCaffrey and then Tyreek Hill on the Miami Dolphins. Those guys are putting up, they're having months of seasons. They're putting up monster numbers or whatnot. Let's finally acknowledge a non-quarterback. I mean, the last time a non-quarterback has won, I think was back in, was it 2012 or 2018?
Oh,
Yeah.
Hmm.
I don't even know who it was.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
You know.
So do you
Hell
do you think that the NFL should adopt something similar to MLB with Cy Young and have a separate honor? I mean, you could still be a pitcher and win an MVP, but
Right.
they tend not to vote as much for that because you have Cy Young.
Right.
So
You got the year right. 2012.
12.
Adrian Peterson.
wow,
Adrian Peterson. Look at that. Look at that.
wow.
You know what I mean? I'm like, come on. I mean, it's ridiculous. I'm like, you guys focus on quarterbacks. To me, it's just ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Do they have like an offensive player of the year in which a non-quarterback will win? I believe they do have that in there, but again, it's not MVP. You understand? And with the designation of winning an MVP, I'm sure contractually,
Yeah,
there's some
I was going to
bonus.
say that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
you're not just like you just it's a disrespect, not just on the for your stats and your playing, but also financially as well.
Yeah.
You know, so it's really messed up. Christian McCaffrey, definitely, like I said, top two for me is him and Tyreek Hill. I wouldn't even be mad if they share the award, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? But let's stop the quarterback, Johnson riding for MVP damn near every year. It's ridiculous to me.
It's a good thing Bishop blanked out on us because he gave us the injury McCaffrey story. And I've been telling y'all for a while, if this guy stood healthy, I've seen him play here with limited offense.
Limited offense.
Right.
Him and Cam Newton were like, Batman and Robin.
Right.
But that being said, if you go back to when he was at Stanford, guys, and he was running back kid, it was him and Saquon Barkley, who were probably the two best college offensive players in the last, 20 years coming out of college? Not a quarterback. Because quarterbacks don't come out with no height.
Right, exactly.
McCaffrey and Saquon Barkley, and both of them running back, catching passes, running punts.
Yeah, everything.
Yeah, you see it in the flesh now. You're right, maybe.
Let me tell you something. If it wasn't and not taking away anything from Deebo Samuel or the other wide receiver that they have that's very good. I'm not taking anything away from Brock Purdy as well. But damn it, where would this team be without this guy? Are they 8-3? I don't think so. I don't think they're 8-3. No.
I'm going to go out on a limb, and I'm going to say I would give it to the coaches because they're putting him in a position to excel where Barkley hasn't had that in how many years?
Yeah, since he's been drafted.
Okay, so the coaches is doing something right over there. They're earning they keep.
Let me ask you guys a question.
Okay.
Everybody else that might be in the running, a wide receiver, a quarterback, they do one thing. Quarterback throws the ball, he may scramble.
Right.
Wide receiver runs a pattern.
Right.
This guy's doing everything except throwing the ball.
Exactly. And he probably, if he got a chance, he probably do that well. You know what I mean? For sure. Come on now. Come on. Let me take this time to announce the arrival of Sir Bishop to Untitled. How are you, sir?
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, what's going on, fellas? What's going on?
What's up,
bro?
Good to have you on, brother, as usual.
Bishop.
Yes, good day, mates.
Good day.
Starting already. Whoa. We not even going there yet. We on Christian McCaffrey.
Starting already. Look at him.
We on McCaffrey right now.
Good day, mates.
We didn't get the unhinged just yet. Give us 5 minutes.
How long did you playing this? Yeah. You playing this. You playing to come on just like that, man. Hell yeah. So Sir Bishop, you have any thoughts on this whole McCaffrey being in, or should be in the MVP candidate?
Not really. Not really. I mean, yes, he's showing up. He's not hurt or whatever, but everybody, all the glory and all the accolades go to the QB. plain and simple. It goes to
the I have a problem with that, man. You know what I'm saying?
Guy, he's solid. He's solid. Purdy is solid. Like he rarely has like moments where it's just like, what is this guy doing? He's solid. He is good under pressure. He is consistent. You know what you're gonna get. Rarely does he have bad games. Really? Really does he have bad games? So in all of the passes that McCaffrey is catching, they're looking at his completion percentage and being like Brock Purdy is 78% complete or such and such complete. Didn't he just have like almost a perfect game like a week or two ago? Where like he hit all of his
the perfect passer rating. I think he was 21 for 25, something of that nature.
Okay. Yeah, like that's unheard of. So the accolades always goes to the quarterback, never goes to the running back unless McCaffrey is like scoring like 21 points a game, like 3 touchdowns a game. Yeah, to me, it ain't gonna happen.
I hear what you're saying. I just don't think it's right. Even though he's not getting 21 points a game or whatnot, I mean, he's got a good streak of consecutive games with a touchdown in and whatnot. That should count for something. Again, his performance, he always performs well for the most part. Like I said, there was a time during the season where it was a little lackluster for like maybe about 3 or 4 weeks or whatnot. But he regained himself, and he's going out there week after week on a consistent basis, proving himself. Now, our brother in the chat, Ronan, is saying, the 49ers were in the NFC championship game 2 years ago without McCaffrey. Cat isn't the MVP. Ronan, love you, but again, I disagree with that. You are spitting facts, but I do disagree. I think, again, without this guy this year, are they 8-3? I don't think so. I don't think so.
But it's not not to disparage what the offense is doing, but San Francisco's defense is playing lights out.
Okay.
So you can't put it on one side of the ball.
Okay.
No.
He has a chance, an outside chance, and he's done it before, I think, to get 1,000 and 1,000.
Right.
1,000 yards receiving, 1,000 yards rushing. Not many people have ever done that.
Ever. Exactly.
In the words of Evia, ever. And he's got an outside chance. He's got about 400 yards receiving, and I think 9-something rushing.
All the glory goes to the quarterbacks.
We know that, Bishop. That's what I think. I think that's what R is trying to.
Yeah.
So is enough? Is anybody going to be worthy other than Adrian Peterson to win MVP?
No, as long as what's the name, Kansas City Chiefs, Mahomes. As long as Mahomes is playing, he's the golden boy right now. And Hurts, he's playing pretty good. As long as those guys are playing the way they're playing, nobody cares about.
Let me just throw this at you guys. This year, 2023, are the quarterbacks really on that outer-worldly level this season? I don't see it. And you mentioned Mahomes, you mentioned Hurts, you might mention, even though he's out for the season, Burrow and stuff like that. To me, there's not really like an out and over quarterback that's having that type of year like this season. I haven't seen it.
You'll get the Mahomes' wide receivers a suspect this year.
Right.
But you won't get their record is suspect. They're still winning.
They're still winning.
Minus having whack wide receivers. So again, there goes you're putting him on. I don't know. I have to look at how many MVPs did Tom Brady win?
A lot. A lot. But them Kansas City wide receivers definitely not helping this dude. If the ball is hitting you in your hands, you're a professor. You gotta catch these balls. And you're not even being, how can I say, challenged. You just out dropping these songs.
Right. I mean, it does bring me some pleasure to see that. I'm not gonna lie.
I know.
You on a bandwagon?
I loved it.
Who's your team this week?
Whatever. You act like, come on, man. Get out of here. Come on, my team is suffering. I'm suffering right now. I'm still with Buffalo. I'm suffering right now.
Oh, I thought you traded them for somebody.
Nah. I'm still. Yeah. No, I was joking around. Come on, I'm sticking.
Never can tell.
Okay. So wait a minute.
Co-sign that one.
Another Quaalude. He love you in the morning. He love another team in the morning.
So wait a minute. So you guys are gonna hammer me for sticking with a team that should be doing a hell of a lot better. Okay, and I was only joking around. If you know my sense of humor, I'm joking around. I would never root for Kansas City. Never, ever. Okay, so I'm loving that these receivers are dropping balls and making this guy look bad. I'm loving it.
Unless they're playing Dallas.
What? Excuse me?
Unless they're playing Dallas.
Okay, well, we'll see.
I just looked it up, guys. Tom Brady, 3 MVPs.
I was about to say 3 too, though.
Yeah. And Mahomes probably got close to that already, don't he? But here's the catch I was trying to say. Kansas City, whack wide receivers can't get out the way. They got the same exact record as the 49ers.
Right.
And they also got Taylor Swift.
Yeah, I guess. Lucky charm. I don't know.
Perhaps. But I'm just saying, this guy.
Again, Jacksonville's 8-3 too. So,
wow, they are.
Yeah,
I ain't pay attention to that.
Yeah,
it's only one team 10-1 though.
Yeah, fly Eagles fly.
Yeah.
Nobody on here is an Eagles fan, are they?
I think it's their turn. I think it's their turn. I think it might be their turn. I think it might be their turn.
I seen the Patriots go undefeated and lose in the Super Bowl, so I don't know.
Yeah, anything's possible.
It might be their. I think it might be their turn.
You think so?
I'm not an Eagles fan, but
you think it might be their turn?
Yeah, I think it might be their turn.
I hate the Cowboys, guys, but if you look at overall talent on one team, how the hell do they not win?
Because it's the Cowboys.
I know.
I don't know.
They got all that offense. Best defensive player in the NFL. Can't win.
Coach and Jerry Jones.
It might be their year, guys. This might be their year.
Well,
Coach and Jerry Jones.
Dom, I wouldn't go that far.
You preface it, so I'm going to get into the exact since you started talking about the Cowboys.
Hell no.
See, I think when you say hell no and with such emphatic, form and whatnot, I just think it's a personal thing with you, Reg.
With me?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. My father's a Cowboys fan.
Oh,
hell no. I will never let the hear it down. No.
Oh my God.
Geez, so Thanksgiving dinner must be, kind of rough.
Is it?
Wow.
So let me add some perspective to this thing for you.
Please.
So the Dallas played the Panthers. They came in here and played the 1-40 Panthers. Everybody, like, it seemed like every single Cowboy fan descended on Charlotte here. They messed up the traffic. They out there hooping and hollering with jerseys, hats. And it's like, yo, dude, you realize you just played a team that has won only like one game in the last 2 seasons?
Who's the team they beat?
Dallas beat the Bills.
They beat Washington. Washington 45-10.
Yeah, they beat Washington, but it's like, yo, you would think that they won the Super Bowl. Like Monday, all you saw were Cowboy jerseys. Like Tuesday, it was like, enough, yo. It's like somebody came and threw up Cowboy fans here in Charlotte. I'm like, yo, y'all just beat a team that you're supposed to beat.
Wait,
it's like,
what was that meme?
Supposed to do. That's what they're supposed to do.
What was that meme in the group? They haven't beat a winning team, a team with a winning record yet?
Yeah, they haven't. Yeah. But
they beating the teams they're supposed to beat then.
Check this out. If the Cowboys win this week, if the Cowboys win this week, which they should, I forgot who they're playing, but it's another sub 500 team.
Okay.
The Eagles play the 49ers. If the Eagles lose, the week after that, the Cowboys play the Eagles. They could both have 3 wins at the end of that game. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. I don't think the Eagles are going to lose to San Fran because The defense. The defense for the Eagles. I'm not an Eagles fan, but
me either.
I'm not an Eagles fan.
They playing in Frisco though. They playing in Frisco. It's a little different out there.
Yeah, but it's like I don't see them stopping. I don't see them stopping Eagles offense. I don't. And one bad thing about
it's
Purdy.
Gonna be a good game.
One bad thing about Purdy is like he real delicate. So he get out that pocket, somebody touch him up, and he like Jalen Hurts. It's like they gonna force him out that pocket.
Philadelphia too.
And they gonna force him out that pocket.
It is in Philadelphia.
Yep. And I'm pretty sure the weather up north is getting a little bad at this time.
Yeah.
San Francisco don't have great weather.
Better than
Philly. Yeah, it's better than Philly. That's for damn sure.
Well, a little rain. No, Frisco get rain.
I'm just saying,
cold, slippery.
Frisco get cold.
Frisco gets very cold.
Yeah, it gets chilly. I won't say cold.
It's
by the water. It's right off that water.
Right.
Yeah, but the temperature's supposed to go up to the 50s by then.
But then again, I don't think they play there. They don't play in the stick no more.
No, aren't they in like Silicon Valley somewhere?
Yeah, they play somewhere out in the
like near San Jose or something like that.
Yeah.
Right?
They don't play by the water like the Giants no more.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That cuts a lot of that breeze and that chill.
If
anybody has had the luxury to go to that baseball stadium like I have, man, you got to get bundled up. If it's a night game,
Well, you know what?
It could be July.
You know what? Mark Twain, I think it was that said the coldest winter he ever spent was a summer in San Francisco.
Right. Listen, our brother Ronan said Miami and Dallas are doing what they're supposed to do. Okay, fair enough. I don't know.
Wait.
Ronan,
Hold on. Let's go back. He said, wait a damn minute, weren't you doing the KC chop a few years ago? A few weeks ago?
Yeah. I saw that. He tried to think that we didn't see that.
No, that didn't. No.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't. I was joking around.
The Taylor Swift dances, doing the Taylor Swift dances.
I was going to shake it off.
He's like, he was like a Swiftie for like 2 weeks.
Ever since I've known he hated Kansas City.
You know what I'm saying? Whatever. My hatred for Kansas City still remains. I'm joking around. You guys should know
before
this.
You would never even joke like that. And then Taylor Swift came into the picture. And you changed your tune.
And hold on. How does wait, was that you, David? Shake it off. How do you even know the title to that?
You have to use that. How can you not know?
I don't know. I don't.
How did you know, David? He's trying to deflect, David.
How did you know it was the title? How did you know it was the title?
Right. Exactly.
I don't know.
All I said was shake it off.
I'm assuming that's what it was.
I'm
assuming.
You're assuming. You just assumed that was a Taylor Swift song.
So in other words,
we're talking about Taylor Swift. You said it's some.
So in other words, you following.
I said a lot of things.
He's following Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. He's following the relationship.
You follow. If I go to ours Instagram right now,
you'll never see that.
Whoa!
Follow.
No. Oh no!
You know what?
Please,
I'm hoping that Dallas does win. How about that?
Let's go to your recently played list on iTunes.
I'm hoping Dallas does win. How about that?
What?
I don't know who this guy is.
He's joking again.
Wait. This is the man that says Ben Simmons is going to be the comeback player of the year. How can we listen to anything this guy says?
He is.
Is it time to start drug testing the host?
Yeah. I normally have his back, but you might be on to something.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, the Cowboys play the Bills soon.
I guess, I'm rooting for the Bills, even though they'll let me down. But it's all right. It's all right.
This is turtleneck R, so he's a little delirious.
Oh
Lord! Oh man! The hell with y'all, man. You know what I'm saying?
When Chef Chef meets Taylor Swift.
The hell with y'all, man. I'm gonna move on.
Not Chef.
I'm gonna move on. I'm moving on.
Shake it off and shut your mouth.
I'm gonna move on. That's it. Mess with me, man. Mess with me,
What
man.
you said? Play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
I'm not messing with y'all, man. Y'all messing with me right now. Okay, let's move on to the job security of Super Bill Belichick, the head coach of the New England Patriots and whatnot.
Fire him.
Well, you can't fire this guy. You can't fire this guy, even though Robert Kraft was out there weeks ago and talking nonsense and whatnot. Nah, bro. Nah, I don't think so. Matter of fact, somebody put in our group amicable breakup. That would be more, realistic. And I don't even see that, to be honestly. I think Bill, if he does, it won't be because of them firing. He'll leave or retire.
Well, who else wants that job? Who else wants that job?
Somebody does.
Somebody.
What do they have? They got nothing there. They got nothing there.
Oh.
They got nothing there. They got they're gonna be bad for at least the next 2 to 3 seasons.
Are y'all looking in the chat? Are y'all looking in the chat?
Ronan is going in.
You know what I'm saying? I thought this guy's my friend or whatnot, bro. What's going on, man? You know?
He said he has a better chance of becoming a surfer than Ben Simmons being comeback player of the year. And
God! He's right.
Oh,
because he won't become comeback. He'll be the most improved player. Yeah, that's what it is.
Well, just stepping on the court is an improvement.
Okay, so
I bought into it. I was like, yo, it looks like he might be in the preseason. It looks like he might be on the path to redemption. And then SGA modeled those skims, and then it was all downhill from there. So I'm like, and I didn't make the association initially. I didn't make the association initially.
Whatever.
But it's a Kardashian product, and he used to date one of the Kardashians. So now it comes back to his self-esteem again.
Who didn't date one
Ben Simmons dated a Kardashian?
Who didn't?
I missed that.
I did.
Yeah, it's like a turnstile.
It wasn't my turn.
In the NBA.
I missed that one. You guys, let me tell you something. So this guy gets hurt for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? He'll be
a little bit.
A little bit. He missed like 10.
Butt hurt.
Must
be around White
They
House.
played 17.
Oh, no.
They played 17, 18 games. He's played six out of those 18 games. 6.
Okay. And
he probably played those 6 under duress.
Ronan, you took the words out of my mouth, Ronan. Ronan took the words out of my mouth.
Chance, man. I gave him a chance, just like Severino. I gave him a chance. But they're like model soldiers for the Wounded Warrior Project. I mean, serious. I mean, sometimes it just is what it is.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And he is what he is. I mean,
you
can't really argue with Bishop on that one, man. You can't throw Bishop the rope on this one, and he holds on to it. No. This guy's played like 5 minutes in 3 years.
Ronan says Josh McDaniels is available.
Hey, no, was he an offensive coordinator with?
Yeah,
Belichick.
Yeah,
he
was.
Oh, there you go.
Exactly.
Coach.
Listen.
Maybe Ben Simmons will be the coach. He ain't got nothing else to do.
He is Australian.
Okay, stop. Okay.
Oh, my bad. I said that out loud.
You know what? Getting back to this subject, this guy might fire Belichick to give himself that time to say, you know what, we had to get rid of him. You know the old cliche, we need a new voice.
Right.
But firing a Belichick will give him a good 2 to 3 years of mediocrity.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I see your point.
Yeah, I mean, Belichick ain't going to say nothing. He's just going to move on with his hoodie and call it George.
Yeah.
Pretty sure he's made enough money.
I'm pretty sure he did.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
saying? I don't think he'll coach again.
Nah. I gotta
How
see
old
how.
is he?
I was about to say, I got.
How old is he?
He's not 79. I don't think he's that. He is 70. I would say like 72 or something like that.
Yeah. In a few more years, he can run for president.
Oh man!
Wow.
Oh damn, man. Man, that's fucked up.
Man, you made Dom leave after that one.
Yeah,
that's fucked up, man.
That was like that out of here. Click.
That's messed up, man.
Ageism, age discrimination.
Damn.
Yeah.
No, I'm trying to encourage him. Yeah.
You know? Trying to figure out how old Bill is. Well, I can't find it, but
he's about 600 years old.
Damn.
Well, he's one of the best coaches in the NFL. That's a damn sure. You gotta give him that.
Well, you gotta considering who he is.
As long as he got Tom Brady. Yeah. As long as he got Tom Brady.
Yeah. Yeah.
What happened to Mac Jones?
Brady. Yeah.
What happened to who?
Mac Jones. My God.
You know what? I didn't think Mac Jones was that bad, believe it or not, especially last year in his rookie season. I didn't think he was that bad, actually. I don't know what happened this year, but I didn't think he was that bad, actually.
No, I think he doesn't have the confidence of the coach. That's what it is.
Belichick is 71.
Okay, because I had said 72, so he's 71 years old. Thanks, baby.
79.
Well, it's time. It's his time then. You know what I'm saying?
He's 71. He's part of the good old boy. He's part of the good old boys club. Yeah. I don't know if they'll fire him. I don't know if he'll fire him.
I don't think they will. I think again, while Dom had a good point in saying, if he fires him, you allow him to, you allow the organization 2 to 3 years of being, subpar before they get back on track. If they're even able to get back on track, let me keep it real. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see what happens with that situation, But and what's that guy named? Josh McDaniels? Yeah, he's probably like Ronan was saying in the chat. He's the heir apparent, and that's what it is. Either him or what was the other guy? Matt Patricia, that bum. Yeah.
Well, he couldn't get it right in the AFC West, so maybe he try his luck in the AFC least.
Maybe. And can you call it the least? I'm just saying, don't call it the least. It's a good division. It's a good division.
Oh.
The AFC East. It's a good division. It's not. No. It's not a competitive. It's not really.
No.
Okay. All right.
It's a 2-team division. What are you talking about? It's a 2-team division.
What 2 teams are you talking about?
Miami and Buffalo.
Right now,
and Miami, Buffalo is not even close right now.
Right now it is. Next year, you got to include the Jets next year. Miami, Buffalo,
no way.
And that's it. No. What do you mean no way? What do you mean no way?
No. You said you're going to have to include the Jets.
Exactly. With that point, with that statement right there, you bugging.
Nah, no, I'm not.
Okay.
No, I'm not.
Good luck with that.
Okay, tell me.
Good luck with that.
Hold on. I can tell you right now who's a worse division than that. The AFC South. Huh?
The Texans. Got the Texans.
Okay.
Jacksonville.
Okay. Go ahead.
Indianapolis.
No. Sorry. Stop. Pause. And wrong answer. No.
What are you talking about?
Indianapolis. The Colts? The Colts?
You said the AFC South.
Yeah, okay, but the Colts, you look at them as legit?
That division is more competitive than the AFC East? Easily.
That's a cop-out answer. That's a cop-out.
That's what we were talking about.
You're copping out right now. I'm talking about the South is worse than the East.
Okay. Look at their records, and you going to say that?
Yeah. Okay. Eyes open, everything. Exactly.
Jacksonville is what?
Jacksonville is 8-3. Okay.
8-3. Okay. What was their record like maybe 2 years ago?
I'm not talking about 2 years ago. They were 8-3.
I'm asking you.
I don't know. I don't care. All I know is they're in a shitty division.
Okay.
What's Houston's record right now?
They're what? they got to be at least 500, if not above 500.
Okay. All right. Okay. And what about Indianapolis?
500.
Okay, and that's better. No, I'm sorry. No. Next year, we'll see. We'll see next year.
All right. So Jacksonville's 8-3, Indy's 6-5, Houston 6-5, and the Titans are 4-7.
All right. Whatever. Again. Look, I'm not wrong. That's all I know. We'll see next year.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Let's move on.
They're dropping like flies.
Yeah. See what the hell's going on here. Did I piss him off? Did I piss him off? What can I tell you? All right. Well, what about this situation, gentlemen? The Washington Commanders head coach Ron Rivera is going to be going. That's inevitable. But here's the funny thing is, though, whenever I see games with this team, the announcers are always bigging up Ron Rivera for some reason. Why is that?
So the first thing you said was the Washington Commanders. Can you really take this team seriously?
You know what? What kills me is, are they really that bad?
Yes. The Giants beat them twice. Panthers beat them. I think that's the only win that the Panthers have this season.
Mm-hmm.
Like they find ways to lose. Like if there's a way to lose, they're gonna find it.
Right.
So, yeah, they're that bad.
Okay. And now the other part of this question is, if they fire, well, when they do fire Rivera, is this guy Eric Bieniemy is he gonna take the reins of being head coach in Washington?
Absolutely not.
Go ahead with your reason and why, Reg.
Do you see what the Washington season is so far?
Yes.
Ron Rivera has had how many chances? No. If that was the case, they would have got rid of this dude long ago and said, yo, listen, you're going to be the interim for the rest of the season, because they're not going anywhere under Ron Rivera. Let's see what you really got as a head coach. They didn't do that. He's not getting the job.
So you say Eric B is not getting that job?
Not with the Commanders, no.
Well, I hear you. Will he get any head coaching job? I don't think so.
I think I said in the chat earlier, he got better luck in Carolina. He got a nice young quarterback. You could groom him. Yeah, go there. That would be the.
Whoa.
What are you talking about? You don't like Bryce Young?
Whoa.
No.
Whoa.
Run the tape back.
Whoa.
You don't like Bryce Young?
You said, whoa. You said that Carolina. You talking about the Carolina Panthers?
It's not much worse than, not much worse than the Washington Commanders.
Dude, yo, that guy is petite. He's too small. He's way too small, dude. And he looks like he's like, yo, he looks like
Howell is not the biggest quarterback we've ever seen. He's slight too.
Yeah, I don't know about that. So after they fired the coach here, the owner comes out and says, well, everybody was on board with picking, because when you make a statement like that, that means that you know that you screwed up. When you make a statement like that said everybody was on board with it, you screwed up. This dude is way too small. And I'm not a big Cam Newton fan, but it's like after having Cam Newton here and then going to Tiny Tim, this is not gonna work. It's just he's tiny. He's petite. And it's like I don't even know. Like, how did they think that was gonna work? Like, how did they think that was gonna work? Did he show like he was a scrambler in college or something?
Well, while you're talking about Howell, right?
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about the quarterback.
He's talking about Bryce Young.
Oh, Bryce Young. Okay, right. Excuse me. Well,
that dude is.
I don't know. Well, let me get back to Eric Bieniemy for a second. My thing is, I understand, like with Washington, there's a lot of players on the offensive side of the ball that really aren't too crazy about him in that way, because of his hard-nosed work ethic, and perhaps his rigidness rubs players the wrong way. I don't know if this was a problem in his previous stop in Kansas City when he was the OC out there. I don't know if it's more prolific here in Washington than it was in KC, because I didn't hear anything about this when he was with KC like that. I thought he was pretty much well-liked, well-loved even. And I didn't even think he would leave KC, to be honest with you, unless he had gotten a head coaching gig, which he has not. To go from KC and go to the same position for another organization, i.e. Washington, I was like, okay, they're holding something against this guy. I think it's his previous trouble with the law. Okay.
Half of the NFL is like derelicts.
Well, yeah.
So it's like, and that includes the owners. That includes the
owners.
Owners.
Yes, you're right. Exactly. You're right. But again, oh wow, damn, yeah. Like you just said, it's a problem in the NFL as far as jail and run-ins with the law. You're right about that. So why they're holding it specifically against him and why this man can't advance, still a mystery to me. It's still a mystery to me. It's almost on the level of like, why couldn't what's his name come back and play quarterback? It's on that level. You know what I'm saying? So, and I get the fact that everybody says, well, he wasn't really a good quarterback like that. I've never been a fan to say that. I think he was more than halfway decent, but that's neither here nor there. But again, this guy is not going to be a head coach for the Washington Commanders. And I don't know. I don't know what his future is going to look like. I think this is it. This is the top of the mountain for him, just being an OC for a professional NFL team, going from different team to different team. I just don't get it. I just don't get it.
Crazy.
Yeah. Huh?
I said this is just crazy.
It is crazy. I mean, and Ronan just said Bieniemy deserves a shot at head coach. He can't be as bad as Brandon Staley, who should be coaching Pop Warner and Napoleon, aka Josh McDaniels.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. I agree as well. So it's just not gonna happen. Though he may deserve it again. So the climax is just you being an OC, and that's it. It's messed up. It's not right.
At all.
Yeah, it's not right.
Well, there's always hope that he could be Colorado Buffalo's head coach.
It's funny you mention that. Because we're going to be assessing his first year, Deion, as head coach of the University of Colorado. When he first burst on the scene, Deion was everywhere. Deion Sanders was everywhere, and he loved it. He loved the spotlight, obviously. You know what I'm saying? But the wheels fell off the bus. 6 straight losses to end the season. They wound up with an overall record of 4-8. Things aren't looking good right now. As far as the future, 2024, we might not see the same type of success that you may have briefly shown for this past season in 2023. 4-8, I know it's success. Not really. But the first start with 3 in a row, he's going to run into some trouble this next season, because we're talking about he focused on having skill positions filled out through recruiting and not so much on the lines, both sides.
Oh, yeah, the lines were terrible.
Specifically the offensive one, because matter of fact, his son had during the last game, or should I say after the last game, he was diagnosed with a fractured back. His back had a fracture, and that's because he wasn't being protected.
So, well, they they looked a little smallish compared to some of these schools.
Okay.
They were on the smallish side. Yeah, absolutely.
Right. Well, Ronan just basically, he said in defensive prime time, he doesn't have the players yet, especially on the defensive side and on the offensive line as well. And this is true. That's just what I just pretty much said,
Yes.
So it's going to be interesting recruiting wise because you can only do so much. You understand? I don't really have all the particulars and whatnot, but I think there's somewhat of a limitation to getting those players to come in and produce on a level that could equate to success. I don't think it's going to be there for him. As a matter of fact, some coaches, were predicting dark times for prime time and that organization, that college. So we'll see how it pans out. It's going to take years. It could take more than a few years for this to get straightened out.
Well, I think one of the problems that he's facing, and I like Deion, but I think one of the problems he's facing is that wherever he goes, he is the story.
Yes.
And because of that, he early on he benefited from the spotlight, but ultimately, it's not about who's the coach or any of that. It's about the wins and losses. Right. And when you don't have the talent, ultimately that is going to come to the forefront, and then that's what people are going to focus on. So if he was a less noticeable coach, a new coach coming in there, he would probably be given that grace period in the court of public opinion. And then people say, well, it takes time. It's a process. You develop. But because there was such a bright light on him, and they had that very early success, and people loved the story of, Deion in Colorado, that's not sustainable. It's only sustainable if you could continue winning. And ultimately, that target that was on his back. And I hate to say that because that is what a lot of the objectors to Deion said. Well, he's placing a target. But ultimately, it is because, like I said, publicly, court of public opinion, all they're going to look at is, well, did he win?
Right.
The flash will take you but so far. So I'm hoping that he does get the opportunity to, if he chooses to ride it out for the long haul, I'm hoping that he gets that opportunity and he's treated with the same patience that a new coach would get coming into a new program. And maybe, it's hard to say for Deion, but maybe turn down the brightness on those lights, that you're projecting.
Right.
And maybe then people will give him that grace.
Maybe,
but it's hard when you've already
you've become accustomed to it. Exactly. For so many years. You know what I'm saying? So
and I think he can coach, in college football. But we've seen it all too often where someone is a star player, but it doesn't necessarily translate to the sideline.
Well, and as far as his coaching ability, I did hear a few things like the concerns about it and whatnot. And again, this is a guy that's just coming to the college ranks and learning how to coach. So there's going to be more than a few missteps. Let's get that out the way.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get that out of the way. But another thing that I was hearing is the fact that one of the OCs, I forget the guy's name, they left to go be a head coach at another university, and there was a little bit of friction between him and that OC. You understand? As Ronan said, should his son Shadir was running around like he was running from the zombies in The Walking Dead or whatnot, because that's a complaint about him. Not so much the running around, but him holding on to the ball a little too long.
Yeah.
You understand? Yeah. And I think with that, there was a little conflict between his son, the quarterback, and also the offensive coordinator. You understand? Like he would, the Shedeur would would walk away as the offensive coordinator was trying to call him or try to instruct him to do this play or that play. And it was just like there was no type of cohesion between the two. You understand?
Yeah.
And I think a lot of other outsiders would see that and say, well, is this a coaching staff that you want to be part of? Because that's embarrassing. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, there's gonna be some raw feelings, So again, he's got some work to do. You know what I'm saying? As far as recruiting, as far as bringing in new coaching personnel, it's gonna take some years.
Yeah, well, he's got to sell the program. He doesn't need to sell Deion.
Right, exactly. So it's gonna take more than a few years to get this right, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Anybody else want to Bishop? Reg? No?
No, sir.
No? Okay. I hear you. Is the Bishop still here or he left? No, I guess he left. Yeah, okay. I mean, he's still here, but All right, let's get into this. Oklahoma guard Josh Giddey, allegations of inappropriate relationship with minor. Reg and I was on this a little bit earlier, and Reggie had a good point. We were saying not to judge, even though I'm going to be judging anyway. I don't give a shit. That's just me. But this guy Josh Giddey, the Oklahoma City Thunder guard, he's 21, just turned 21 recently. My concern was, okay, you talk about inappropriate relationship with a minor. I don't know how long this has been going on between. This could be new. If he's 21, and let's say this is going on for 2 or 3 years. Let's say, I don't know how long it's been going on. Let's say he was with her 18, and she's like 13 or 14. I don't know. It's kind of dicey. Even if he's 21 and she's like 15 or 16.
She's 15 now, right?
Again, they don't release.
We don't know.
There's not a lot of details. You know what I'm saying? But
she's 16 now.
She's 16 now.
15.
So started when she was 15.
So he was 20.
He was 20.
15.
Yeah.
20, oh wait, you said 2015?
Still.
No. He was 20. She was 15.
She was 15. She was 15.
Okay.
Right. So he would have been 20.
I can understand if you initially didn't know, and with the makeup, this and that, but at a certain point, you can tell a 15-year-old from a grown woman.
For sure.
So all you got to do is wait for them to open their mouth.
It seems like everybody's like, right. Well, wait for them to open their mouth. It depends.
Well, no. Yeah. I mean, usually they reveal their age.
Exactly.
Conversations that they have.
Okay.
Right. The subject matter of the conversation.
No.
Hold on.
Sometimes the references that they make, even if they're very smart,
right,
and their perspective, you can pick up a lot of times on age. I'm not saying it's 100% accurate, and I wouldn't go into a situation judging on, if she sounded like she was old enough. But a lot of times they do reveal themselves just by having a dialogue with them.
Right.
Okay, so I'm gonna stop y'all here. We're talking as men of a certain age, where we know these things. We're talking about a kid, and I want to say kid. Okay, so if she's 15 and he's 21, so let's just say this relationship started when he was. Is she 15 or 16 right now?
She's 16 now. 16 Bishop is saying
she's 16 now. So let's just say he was 19 when this started.
So he was 19, 20.
It's a recent. It's a recent thing. It's a recent thing, and it's just not a good look. It's not a good look.
Right.
And the thing that's bugging me about it is they're not talking about it, and then they're trying to explain it away and say, "Oh, they don't want to cooperate, and this and that." We don't need your cooperation. We know that this has been going on, and the state normally takes control of those types of situations, regardless of whether the person wants to cooperate with the investigation or not. And again, I'm not sure how it got revealed, but he's been posting online. I sent you guys this thing. He's been posting online. He's been, so it's like, dude, come on. Come on. This whole idea that, well, maybe in Australia, nah, that's even if that is
Did this happen in the States or did this happen in Australia?
No,
Not
this
that
happened here in the States.
She's from here, right?
Oh, okay.
This happened here in the States.
Okay.
So here's my problem with the whole thing, and my problem is not Josh Giddey, is not the girl. I understand young people when they make mistakes, and I'll give them that. My problem is the way that this is being presented, media-wise, the way it's being handled. I mean, it was just a few months ago, and I brought up the Wander Franco situation.
Right.
Yes,
now that was a situation where, from my understanding, that was a consensual relationship that started when they were both much younger, and then it turned into something else. Well, they being the Tampa Bay Rays and eventually MLB, they just cut ties. They said, "No, you're out of here until this thing is all sorted out." And I just feel like did Wander Franco get to go through the process of explaining himself and giving the benefit of the doubt? In this case, it's excuses being made, and whether they're legitimate or not, but not everybody gets the opportunity to get those people speaking on their behalf in that way. So I'm just calling it like it is, and I don't know what Josh Giddey is except he's Australian.
Right.
But if you do something, I don't. If you talk about the culture, well, the girl is from here, and the relationship happened here.
Okay.
So it wasn't something that was in Australia, and you could say, well, maybe they do it different down under. You're here, and you're subject to it. I mean, we went through a whole series of conversations about Brittany Griner and what she did when she was in another country, even though the culture here is different.
Right.
So I'm not, and again, I don't know enough about it. I'm not attacking Josh Giddey, but I'm really drawing attention to the way that this is being portrayed and handled, which is a very similar type of situation that Wander Franco went through, and how the difference in the way this is being handled.
Well, the difference is
apparently it wasn't just a one night thing. It wasn't just a one night thing about how they making it seem like, he met her at the club and it went down. No, they were in a relationship. So what that means is he was investing time, and I saw some posts online. I saw a video online of the two of them and so forth. So it's like, dude, like you knew, and you can't tell me that, oh, well, I didn't know. I didn't know she was only 15 or 16. I didn't know. It's like, dude, and this whole idea that, well, he's a good kid,
right,
and this and that, and blah, blah, blah.
No, what it is simply, and I said this earlier, what Chris Rock said, it's all right if it's all white. That's what it is. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Period.
Yeah, and
now you know his jump shot went. He's shooting the shot elsewhere.
He's shooting the shot.
Right. There you go. Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy, man.
So it's interesting to see how this is going to play out. I'll leave, judgment. I'll refrain until I get more details, or however they decide they're going to handle this. But
in any other situation, they release all of the information. Now it's like all of this ambiguity around the situation. Then I read something where they saying now the girl
underage, so they can only do so much.
No, she posted the picture of herself.
Yeah.
So
she's out there
video.
Posting.
There's video of her out there. She's living it up. She's getting her 15 minutes of whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So it ain't like
for her, that's a big deal.
Yeah. I'm wondering. Yeah, I'm 16 years old, and people are talking about me. I'm on TMZ.
She's
doing an investigation.
She's only doing what she's been seen doing. What these women is doing anyway.
Cash me outside.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, because we're of a generation where we understood and we felt shame.
Mm-hmm. Right.
This younger generation have learned that there's really no such thing as bad publicity, especially if you're a young woman.
Josh Giddey is seemed like you're ready.
Wait, what'd you say?
Wow, he's saying R. Kelly seems like you ready.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh man, that's horrible right there.
Yeah, but it's so appropriate.
Yeah.
You're right. It is appropriate, but it's horrible nonetheless, man.
Hey, check it out. See if she smells like piss.
Wow.
Oh, jeez, man.
Wow. He was a promising young guard, and then all of a sudden, now we see why everything is going south.
Right.
Now we see why.
This is his second year in the league.
Is it? I thought he broke it in 2001.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I thought he broke it in 2000.
No, I think this is.
Is this his third?
I think this is his third season.
Okay.
His third season, but it's still, and it's like, he's still playing games.
Yeah,
they still got him out there.
He's getting
like,
applauded.
if anything,
if
it's like, they trying to throw it out there that she was in the club, so she had a false ID, and he was going based on that, and this and that. It's like, again, 15 is 15.
Right.
You can't tell me. You can't tell me that you, at some point, you don't realize that you're communicating with someone who is not on your level, or you that slow, or you mentally challenged, that you don't realize that, this is a little girl that I'm dealing with here.
And you know what? Also, what I've learned, and it's been said, ignorance of the law is not an excuse, and you can't walk to a courtroom and say, "Well, I didn't know." If she was 15, she was 15.
Right.
And a judge might look back, well, it was your responsibility to know. And I'm not saying that's fair, but because we know that a lot of young women look older than they are, and if she was in a space that you would expect an older woman to be in, a grown woman to be in, then somebody definitely messed up there. But still, I don't think that that's an excuse. It's an unfortunate situation.
But how long were you in that? How long were you in that space, though? How long were you in that space that you could say, "Oh, well, I assumed that she was of a certain age because I met her here."
Yeah, I mean, I'm not discounting that. What I'm saying, though, if they had a relationship, that then it extended far beyond that space.
Exactly. That's the point. And it's like, it appears that, because from the videos and the story and so forth and so on, it appears that this was a full-blown relationship, and it's just like, dude, like what's going on here?
Yeah. Well, you know what? Not
everybody
for nothing.
keeps making excuses.
Not for nothing. The guy does. If you look at him, he does look a little dee. You know what I'm saying? So,
Damn.
Still not an excuse.
Wow.
Still not an excuse. Still not an excuse, mate.
No, it's not.
Still not an excuse.
You're right. It isn't.
So he becomes an adult at quote unquote 21, right?
Yeah.
21.
Okay.
21.
So let's just say I'm just putting it out there. Not saying it's right, not saying it's wrong. If he meets this girl at 20, let's just say he just recently had a birthday and turned 21. He was supposed to just.
Isn't it 18 though?
You still
for women.
Yeah, but you still a 20-year-old messing around with a 15-year-old.
Right.
That is not. This is apparent. Clearly, you have the advantage.
But isn't
then you have the means to make?
Oh, if it was a 20-year-old woman messing around with a 15-year-old man, what would it be?
No. Now you have.
Then she'd be a teacher.
Now you have an epidemic. But I'm saying you have an epidemic of. You have an epidemic of 30-something-year-olds and 40-something-year-olds robbing the cradle with like 12 and 13-year-old boys. So these school teachers that are out here being predators on these young boys.
Yep.
And it's like, it still doesn't make it right, even if it's in the reverse. It still doesn't make it right.
No.
And for the most part,
agreeing with you.
It's like, again, like if it was a one-time deal and it was like, well, I thought blah, 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 but it wasn't a one-time deal. Mm-hmm. It was an ongoing, full-blown situation. Yeah, where he's in videos with her and so forth and so on.
Right.
That is a little bit more than just, and it's like, dude, like, it's just really strange, strange. And it's all the ambiguity around it. It's like usually the ESPNs and all of these media outlets are like they're like a dog in heat when it comes to certain things, and they've just been like hands off.
Yep,
just been like really hands off about it. And let's just let the story come out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's just let the story
Kwame
come
Brown
out.
went in on her.
Yeah. Didn't Des Bryant say something too?
Yep.
Yeah, Malika Andrews.
He did say it. Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
She's playing the game. She's playing the
Yeah.
game. She's playing the long game.
Right.
That's all that is.
Wow.
That's all that is.
Yeah.
Because normally it's women who are all outraged to be like, how could he take advantage of her like this?
Yeah.
Blah blah blah. And then I gotta ask, where's this girl's parents?
Well, that was the question that I was going to ask.
Where's this girl's parents?
What are they
like this?
Are they like the parents of R. Kelly's victims?
Well,
keep that money flowing.
It's quite possible. It's quite possible. It's quite possible.
Keep that money flowing, and hey, school. You don't need to go to school.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking.
There you go.
Grades.
There you go.
I don't need to see.
I don't need
to see bank statements.
You just. Well, I'm about to say something really bad, but I just caught myself. You know.
Well, that'll be the first time.
What stopped you this time? What stopped you this time?
It was because it was awful. It was awful. Nah, yeah.
Well, try it out and let us tell you if it was.
Nah. I can't.
Wow, Dave, wow. You thought you were gonna catch him slipping, huh?
Yeah.
Nice try, though, buddy. Nah, son. Nah, I can't even do it. Man. That's bad. But again,
save it for the unhinged portion.
Yeah, well, yeah, for sure. You know what I'm saying? But again, it's inappropriate. You know what I'm saying? There's no question about it. You know,
it's illegal. It's illegal.
Yeah.
It's just inappropriate. It's illegal because I wouldn't want my 15-year-old daughter talking to
a imagine. Come on,
16-year-old. It's like
no. Mm-hmm. And all that talk, like we was talking about, in Australia, how that, certain countries, I mean, they're lenient.
Yeah, but you're not in your country. You're not in your country.
Exactly. I get it. You're not. Exactly. This
in
is
certain countries, abusing women is par for the course.
For sure.
Like it's your right. It's your right to beat your
Right.
wife.
Yeah.
It's your right to see a woman and rape her, because that's just the way you feel at this point, and they don't have any rights.
Right.
That doesn't mean that you can go someplace else and do it.
Right.
So it's like, but all the ambiguity and all of the, well, at minimum, he should not be playing games.
Right.
At minimum, he should be. It's like, until the league sorts this out, they need to. They suspended Draymond Green faster than they alluded into this, and I'm like,
and all he did was choke a
so,
freshman.
Right.
Exactly. So it's kind of like, what are you going to say? How are you going to justify it? Well, we're not going to get involved in that because the girl said she's his girlfriend and blah blah blah. It's still not a good look. And what I understand is, like, these guys are multimillionaires. Like what's happening? Like, is this the best you could do?
Right.
Is this the best you could do?
Yeah, they don't have strip clubs in OKC.
No, apparently not.
Yeah, this is the best that you could do.
Yeah,
a high schooler. That's the best that you could do.
Well, again, that's why I said the guy looks a little,
Yeah.
But I'm saying, at 15, aren't you like in the 10th grade?
Yep, that's the 10th grade.
Yep. Exactly.
Jeez.
So I'm not trying to hear that. You know what I'm saying? Not trying to hear.
It's gonna be pretty. It's gonna be pretty interesting when it
see how this plays out.
Information comes out.
Is it if it comes out?
Information comes out.
If it comes out.
Well, if in this society, somebody's going to. You're like, yo, I had access to the videos. Yo, if you don't pay me such and such, somebody's gonna, because that's just the way it goes down with these young people these days.
Right.
Exactly.
There you go.
Things.
Yes, they said she's a junior in high school.
Yeah, because she's 16 now.
16 now, exactly.
Yeah, so she was a sophomore.
Yep.
When she was 15.
There you go. It's crazy, man. Yep.
Right, well.
But like you guys were saying, I totally agree. Again, you brought up the parents on the come up. That financial come up. Oh, just
yeah.
So yo, if you're gonna be doing it anyway, we might as well be getting some.
Yeah, hello.
Right.
There you go. Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
There it is.
Wow.
Hell yeah. Well, with that being said, sort of in the lane of the NBA, sort of. Let's go to these two teams. Let's take a look.
All right.
Our favorite two local teams.
Who are they playing tomorrow night?
Who? The Knicks?
No, the Nets.
The Suns?
The Nets. They're playing the Suns?
No, the Knicks I think the Knicks are playing the Suns. No. The Knicks, I thought they were playing the Suns Knicks.
Yeah, I gotta find out.
Yeah, because aren't you going tomorrow night to the Nets?
Actually, no, I am not. No.
Oh, okay.
I told they're playing. They're supposed to be playing. The Nets are supposed to be playing Charlotte. Okay, the Hornets.
That's a W.
For who?
For the Nets.
I should have known. This guy be
a W for the Nets would be Ben Simmons stepping on the court actually playing.
Yeah.
That's a W for the Nets without Ben Simmons.
It's one small step for Ben Simmons, one giant leap.
I got somebody. That's a win for the Nets. Thank you, Facebook user. I don't know who you are, but appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Yeah, that is a W. That is a W.
We all think that should be a W.
Charlotte is like, it's like Charlotte is like,
right.
I don't know what's going on in Charlotte here with these teams.
And LaMelo's out, so
Right, exactly.
Yeah, LaMelo is out. You got Terry Rozier and what's the name? The wife beater.
Bridges.
So
what's up,
Nets just has too much.
Yeah,
they just got too much offense.
Right.
They got too much offense.
Mm-hmm.
They got too much offense, and
Well, nobody plays.
Once you get once they get down,
anymore.
it's like
nobody plays defense.
Only Draymond.
The winning teams do.
When they have to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When they have
in
to.
the last few minutes, crunch time.
So what about the Knicks?
Hey, I mean,
right now they're 10-7,
and they're in the running for the Sippy Cup, right? Because
I think that's because they
clinched the wild card.
They clinched the wild card.
Did they?
So
because with that win over the Heat,
I respectfully request. I respectfully request that we refrain from belittling the chalice of the gods.
Yeah. Lower G, of course.
Dude.
Yeah. So it's like after hearing some of the players' perspective on how they feel when they go out there and they see the court, the colors,
in
the game tournament, the uniforms, and how they feel, like
how much they get paid to say that?
A sense of responsibility, and they take, pride in stepping out on that court, the end game, the end season tournament.
So hold on.
That's your man Adam right there. That's your man Adam.
Time out. Hold on
for a second. Let me just get this. Our brother DU, he says that the tournament is better than expected. What do you guys take on that?
As I said before, when I hear the players' perspective on how they, feel like this sense of competitiveness and their juices are flowing and the court and the crowd and all the emotions.
Again, come on. This is the same league that created the phrase load management. Now, all of a sudden, they are excited because they're looking at some court and some crazy uniforms and stuff. This is what got them to buy in.
Chalice of the gods.
All right.
Chalice of the gods.
Chalice of the gods.
That's hilarious.
No longer the sippy cup. I'm sorry, Dom is not on now.
We've elevated. We've gone from sippy cup to chalice of the gods.
You gotta say it like you mean it. Chalice
of the gods. What's in that chalice? That's what I want to know.
$500,000 each.
Telling you, man, I hate that thing. I'm sorry, I hate that tournament.
I just feel that it's fake hype.
It's useless. Period.
Watching it. So I was watching pregame, and I think I chimed in the group the other night when before Knicks played. When did they play? Friday night.
They played the Heat that night.
Yeah, and it was the build up in the studio.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes.
And I'm watching this, and I'm like, they getting paid to say this. They feel it's a playoff atmosphere and all this stuff. I don't believe it. I just don't. I don't believe it. I think it's BS.
Right.
And if the games are competitive, it's not. I don't buy into that. The majority of the competitiveness is because they want to win the chalice of the gods. I just think that it's a company line. They work for the NBA,
right?
And I think that they've been, they probably had memos and emails that go out to them and say, we've got to show the fans that we are really everybody's on board with this and buying into it, and put down the 15-year-old and play some basketball.
Wow.
Yeah. So if you look at the teams that are still alive, in this, it could be some pretty exciting basketball, except for the Pelicans and who the Pelicans play. Sacramento or something like that. It's
right.
like, nobody wants to see that. Nobody wants to see
that. Nobody. The players don't even want to see that.
Nobody. I think. I mean, Zion may be excited because after each game they get a buffet.
Exactly.
So,
that's the thing. He's probably got a bucket of Popeye's chicken over his head right now.
So yeah, so that means they get extra special buffet food or whatever.
Right.
Exactly.
So maybe that's the excitement about it for them. But I mean, Indiana and Boston, Milwaukee and New York, LA and Phoenix, and Sacramento and the Pelicans. Out of those teams, nobody cares about Sacramento and the Pelicans.
Yeah. That does the winner get a banner and they're gonna like raise it to the rafters?
Well, I mean, I don't know if it's a banner or it's just a cup, but it's I mean they've
well, I think they should go all out with it.
They
should stop the season right there and have a ring ceremony and raise the banner. This is historic.
Right.
They've done a really good job of talking it up.
They have.
Well, they've done a really effective job of talking it up.
We haven't had a parade in the Canyon of Heroes in a long time, so
why not?
Just imagine if they
right.
went on a Canyon of Heroes with the chalice of the gods.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm there. I'm taking off work. Just tell me when it is.
What?
I'm there.
Oh man, horrible, man.
And they pass it around like the Stanley Cup, and everybody gets a
Exactly.
sip out of it, and
Right.
It's just exciting. Yeah. I'm sold. Just as long as if they win, they don't raise the tickets after it,
Yeah, please. Yeah. You already know.
Yeah,
that'll be right on deck.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be right in line. You know what I'm saying? So what's up with RJ Barrett, man? I gotta bring this guy up, man.
Yeah, to me, I think the gravity is finally settling in that you got DiVincenzo, you got Hart, you got like these guys. You brought these guys in.
Right.
They're slowly weaning themselves off of him. So they're slowly weaning the fan base off of him. They are, and it's like it's like a sneaky way of doing it too, because it's like if these guys are coming in and they're being consistent and they're contributing, and then you decide, hey, we want to package RJ and get something else, then the fans won't be so upset because you still got DiVincenzo, you still got Hart, you got Grimes to a certain point,
right?
And it's like I feel like when RJ and Grimes are on the court at the same time, it's like it stagnates.
I was about to say it stagnates.
It stagnates Grimes because he doesn't get, and it's like, okay, well, I'll be a good teammate, and I'm just gonna run up and down and play defense, and sporadically get shots, never really get into my rhythm, but just sporadic because there's times when RJ wasn't playing and he was getting into his rhythm and the ball was swinging and he hit his shots. And it's just like, then you see, okay, well, he's good enough to start. He's good enough to guard the best offensive player each night. He starts out on them.
Right.
So you mean to tell me you can't find 5 to 10 shots to keep that player honest? To keep that player honest. Because if he gets 5 to 10 shots, even if he just hits 5 of them.
Right. Now,
and he's not selfish. He's not selfish because he'll create for others. He will create for others. And I don't know if anybody has realized this, but it's like if Randall is not a focal point in the offense, he's willing to let the team lose to prove a point.
Yeah. Right?
Wow.
That's
wow.
He will play to the point where the team will lose so that he can prove the point that he needs to be the focus of the offense.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's crazy, but it's not far-fetched.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. It's like, I watched a few games and I'm like, it's an impossibility that you still that oblivious to what's going on the court
I was there Sunday night. You can see it.
You that you throwing the ball away on purpose. Like you throwing the ball fast and hard, and the person is like 4 feet away from you, so that they won't catch it because you got to give it up.
Wow.
Right. It's like, well, here, take it.
Yeah, and you can see the change in his demeanor when Brunson gets going.
Right.
When Brunson gets going and he's being unstoppable, and Randall he's just going through the motions. He doesn't try to get back on D. He doesn't try to get any rebounds. He's just out there like whatever.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I would think at this stage in his career that
it's
like, dude, you don't have to worry about the money. You don't have to worry about, just get your 20 points, your 10, 15 rebounds.
Exactly.
And you straight.
Yeah, and you look at it like what was his first year here, and when he eventually had that big success, and then then the playoffs came, and they played Atlanta, and then he went into this funk the next year, and I mean, we've seen he's Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde out there sometimes, but I think that Bishop's point is I think is spot on.
Wow.
He's an emotional player, and with emotionally charged players, if they're not in the flow of the game, then they suck.
Right.
And it shows, and I think that if we see it, his teammates see it, but they're trying to compensate for that, and try not to give the appearance that there's friction, but who knows what they're saying behind the scenes, in the locker room about it. But I think that the Knicks, they probably will try to package RJ. I think the plan is they want a team full of players whose mascot was a Wildcat.
Right.
Because whether it's Villanova or Kentucky, they're full of them.
Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna be able to snatch, because I got to think the kid that's playing with the Nets right now,
Bridges.
Yeah, I got to think that he's looking across the
Looking
pond.
across the river. Yep.
And it wouldn't be far fetched, because they're allowing the kid that can score. They're allowing him to get. I think he's hurt now, but they're allowing him to get some shine. The offensive player that you got there.
Who? Cam?
Cam.
Yeah.
They're allowing him to get some shine, so it wouldn't be far fetched and the Knicks got picks. So it's like we package them or get a third team involved where RJ goes there, and then RJ goes back to Canada, and Toronto sends somebody to because you don't want to put somebody that's in your conference to the other team, so a third team gets involved.
Yeah,
but I can't. If you look at the moves that they've been making, every player that they're getting is making this dude's minutes get less and less.
Yeah,
it's diminishing his playing time, because I remember before he used to play like 40 minutes a game.
Right. Yep.
38, 40 minutes a game, and now it's like, nah, DiVincenzo's gonna get some of that time. Quickly he's gonna get some of those minutes.
Right.
Hart is going to get some of those minutes.
Hart should get some of those minutes, exactly.
So it's like, just got to solve the Randall problem.
Yeah. So our boy had
solved that puzzle.
He had he said a few things, like he said, "Hold up, they're weaning the fan base off RJ, weaning him off for who?" I think you just said for who, pretty much.
Yeah.
Somebody's asking that question.
Yeah.
So
was DU.
Who?
DU from Talking Trash.
Okay, so let me say it again. The reason why they bought DiVincenzo, they started it with Josh Hart.
Yes, they did.
Then they brought DiVincenzo in, and now if you take a look, even Quickly gets those fourth quarter minutes with the starters, and RJ sitting on the bench. So it's like, okay, so we need somebody who can shoot, we need somebody who can create for others, and we need somebody who can defend. And when we look at all of those three things, you don't suit any of those. And it's like that game against the Suns. I'm like, well, why would you have RJ guarding Booker when Quentin Grimes, he wasn't stopping him, but he was certainly slowing him down.
Right.
Then you also had Josh Hart, who was guarding him, and then you had DiVincenzo, who was doing a pretty good job. But then you put RJ Barrett in there to guard him in crunch time. It's like I don't understand that. I don't understand that.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like that's one of the worst defenders that you can possibly get in the game at that time. And then you have them guarding the most prolific scorer on the other team in crunch time. Makes no sense. But like I said, I think that somehow they're weaning the team, weaning the fans off this dude. And I'm not mad at him.
Right.
So for all those RJ lovers, it's like, dude, like this is what the 5th season in, and you're still doing the same thing. You're still doing the same things.
I still can't believe the fact. And I bring this up time and time again. I still can't believe the fact that they have re-signed this guy. You know what I'm saying? You re-upped him when you didn't really need to, when you really shouldn't had to.
Well, it's business. It's business, and it was so you used the 3rd pick to get him. So you saving face and saying, okay, well, we developed him, we invested in him, so you saving face. So when you do make that move, when you do pull a trigger, you could say, okay, well, we got an upgrade. Whatever that is, we got an upgrade, or we got more of the same pieces. So we kind of like figured, hey, we need to get something else,
right,
in lieu of this position, because we got 3 guys who can play that position.
Right. Oh yeah. Well, I say this much: the Knicks are looking good. I think though, I don't know honestly if they're gonna get over that hump. And when I say that, like, I don't know if they can get to I'm talking about the end of the season. I'm talking about the Eastern Conference Finals.
Well, I tell you, they're gonna have to make a move at the big man spot. They're gonna have to make a move at that spot. Chicago is gonna be in blow up mode. Vucevic or whatever the big for. I'd be willing to part with Hartenstein. I'd be willing to part with him because he's more of an offensive threat. Vucevic is more of an offensive threat. He can get in the post. You know he's going to rebound. He'll block some shots. He's like an upgrade from Hartenstein. And when you got to put Mitch on the bench because he can't make his free throws, you can put him in there and he'll certainly make some free throws. And I don't think he has a huge price tag.
Right.
Everybody keeps talking about Zach and DeRozan. It's like, he's a serviceable big man. He can shoot the 3 on occasion. He's got a mid-range game. He's more of an offensive threat. He's a good passer. Why not get him?
Right. Now, do you think bringing him to New York, does that kind of like move the needle? Does that push them more towards them making the finals? The conference finals?
It forces teams to have to guard and be honest. It forces teams to have to like respect the big on offense.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It forces them to have to honor, because it's like he's not don't get me wrong, he's not an all-star superstar.
No. Right.
But he can give you 10 to 15 points a game.
Right.
He can give you 10 to 15 points a game, maybe like 10 to 15 rebounds a game. And it's the level of consistency in the playoffs that you would be missing. It's the level of consistency. And we already know what we're going to get from Hartenstein. So fine, it's that hustle, this and that. Right. Now we need I wouldn't get rid of Mitch. Because on those nights where he's, getting after it, he's getting after it, rebounding and so forth.
Yeah.
But I'd be willing to part with Hartenstein. And maybe a 2nd round pick.
Okay.
And I don't know what his the salary is, but they're about to blow up Chicago. They're about to blow them up. So
yeah, but you already know once they do that, I'm sure you'll have a plethora of Knicks fans lusting after the sexy pick. You know what I'm saying? That being Levine and what's my man's name? DeRozan. More so.
Levine's always hurt though.
Right. Well, yeah, but again, he's always hurt. But that's not going to stop the fans' desire to get him. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know. It's like Randall is already pouting because what's the name gets it going. Brunson gets it going.
Right.
I can't imagine if he's got to stand around and watch Zach LaVine dropping 30 and shooting efficiently.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And hitting those 3-pointers that Randall can't hit.
Right.
Or the ball swinging to him because he can create off the dribble. It's like I don't know how he's going to deal with that.
Well, listen, I hear you. With that being said, let me get ready to end this broadcast tonight. Yeah. I appreciate you guys for always being on Untitled with me. Dom, David, Bishop, Reg, DU. Thanks for the support.
Yeah.
Of course, my man Ronan in the house. All right. I love you guys. So, as always, you know what I'm saying? So we'll be back next week. I don't know if I'm going to do a really sports-related one next week. I got some stuff to get off my chest.
Oh, okay. All right. We'll save the Unhinged for next week.
Yeah, it might be the Unhinged all show.
The all show, right.
Yeah. So get ready for that.
You knew the show was going to be different. He got on with a neat turtleneck. He's his well-behaved mode.
Next week I won't be so
well-behaved mode.
Yeah, I won't be so well-behaved. Hopefully there'll be more details on this Josh Giddey situation. We'll see. And I can say what I was going to say originally.
Yeah. Hold that.
Wow. Seems like you're ready.
Yeah.
Seems like you're ready.
So, fellas,
all
peace
right.
out. You guys, thanks again. All right, see you next week.
All right, shake it off.
Fellas.